Remember the buzz around morning and evening routines about a decade or so ago? They were often focused on optimizing productivity and sleep, and they became a popular blueprint for a better life. But the times we're living in bring a deeper yearning for meaning and connection, inviting a new approach, the power of practices. I'm Kathy Robinson, and in our ongoing Strong and Vital series, we've explored various facets of healthy aging and how to thrive during midlife transitions. In this eighth installment, I'll build on the foundation we've laid and share a personal shift that has been transformative. I left the rigid checklist of daily routines behind and embraced intentional actions or practices that deepen self-understanding, cultivate inner wisdom, and foster a more vibrant connection with myself, allowing me to navigate each day with greater purpose and presence. So, what exactly are these practices I'm talking about, and why are they proving to be such a powerful evolution beyond mere routine? Today, we'll define the essence of practice and its vital importance for this stage of life, along with the foundational principles that will guide you in creating and sustaining practices that truly serve your growth and well-being. First, a little history. The early part of this century witnessed a significant surge in the popularity of morning and evening routines. This trend was largely driven by a desire for optimization, with the initial focus often centering on maximizing productivity right from the start of the day. The quintessential morning routine often involved waking up before dawn to engage in activities believed to set the stage for success. Precisely timed meditation, rigorous exercise, meticulous planning of the day's tasks, and tackling demanding deep work before the inevitable distractions of the workday took hold. Evening routines mirrored this pursuit of optimization, with the primary goal of achieving ideal sleep through activities such as strictly limiting screen time, engaging in inspirational reading, and adhering to specific sleep hygiene protocols. Fueling this widespread adoption was the pervasive influence of media. Back then, books, blogs, and the rapidly expanding landscape of social media platforms played a crucial role in how structured beginnings and endings to the day became the cornerstone of well-being and achievement. Thought leaders, myself included, readily shared their personal routines, often presenting them as aspirational blueprints for others to emulate, further solidifying the idea that a carefully curated routine was the way to a successful and balanced life. Underlying this emphasis on structured routines was also the strong current of hustle culture that permeated the early 2000s. This ethos, which often celebrated relentless productivity and constant striving, subtly intertwined with the concept of routines. Morning routines, in particular, were sometimes viewed as yet another avenue to get ahead, an extra layer of productivity squeezed into the early hours, reinforcing the notion that maximizing output was key, even in the personal hours before the traditional workday began. I feel exhausted even remembering those times, but they were an important step that led us to today. Those routines offer a valuable framework that has led to a subtle yet significant shift toward the idea of practices, intentional actions designed to deepen our experience beyond mere habit. Here's how this evolution is enhancing our approach to morning and evening rituals. 1. emphasis on intention and presence. While routines can become somewhat automatic, practices are intentional and connect to your why, the emotional connection to the practice of your choice. It's this connection that brings a renewed sense of presence to your practice and your day. 2. Focus on inner growth and self-awareness. Practices prioritize inner work over productivity metrics, with an intrinsic focus on well-being, self-discovery, and connection. The return on investment shifts from simply getting more done to experiencing greater joy, peace, and a deeper sense of self. 3. Personalization and flexibility. The one-size-fits-all approach is giving way to a more personalized understanding of what constitutes a meaningful practice for you. I encourage you to tailor your practices to your unique needs, values, and the stage of life you're in, allowing for flexibility and evolution over time. As an example, when I was in corporate, I meditated in the morning. It wasn't an activity I found particularly enjoyable, but I felt it was necessary to ground me for the upcoming day. These days, when I wake, I sit up in bed, I reach for my notebook, and I take a few deep breaths to ground myself. And then I use a few writing prompts to connect with my inner wisdom for the upcoming day. I look forward to starting my day with this practice, and I find it rejuvenating, connecting, and calming. Depending on the day, my evening activities may include something like breath work or listening to something calming for a brief period before I head to sleep. Let's talk a bit about the importance of practices during times of transition. The midlife landscape is often marked by significant transitions, be it career shifts, evolving relationships, or a reevaluation of identity. And the need for stability and clarity becomes vital. This is where intentional cultivation of practices proves invaluable. They offer a sense of grounding among change, allowing us to keep our equilibrium. These practices also build our resilience and adaptability, equipping us with the inner resources to emerge stronger and more aligned with our evolving selves. Practices also serve as a powerful mirror, facilitating the crucial process of cultivating self-awareness. Through consistent engagement, we gain a deeper understanding of our core values, the ingrained beliefs that shape our perceptions, the recurring patterns in our behavior, and the underlying motivations that drive our actions. This heightened self-reflection directly translates into more conscious and aligned decision-making, empowering us to make choices that truly resonate with our authentic selves and our aspirations for our next chapter. In addition, midlife often brings a deeper yearning for inner guidance, a sense of knowing that transcends logic and external advice. Intentional practices provide a pathway to accessing this inner wisdom and intuition. By consciously quieting the external noise, the constant demands and distractions of daily life, we create the necessary space for that quiet voice within to be heard. This still point becomes a reliable source of guidance when faced with the complex choices that often arise in midlife. Practices can also offer profound support, contributing to greater emotional regulation and well-being. They help cultivate an increased sense of inner peace, offering a healthy avenue for processing emotions, allowing us to move through them with greater understanding and less reactivity. Finally, midlife is a period of continued personal growth and evolution, and intentional practices provide a structured framework for this ongoing self-development, guiding us toward our truest selves. They encourage us to break free from old patterns, embrace new perspectives, and live with greater authenticity and wholeness, ensuring that this vibrant stage of life is one of continued expansion and fulfillment. There are several guiding principles to keep in mind to incorporate meaningful practices into your daily life. These principles will not only help you establish practices that resonate, but also sustain them over time, allowing for genuine and lasting growth. Consider these 5 guiding principles. 1. The cornerstone of any effective practice is intention and purpose. Before you even begin, take the time to set clear intentions for engaging in your practice. Ask yourself, what do I hope to gain? What aspect of myself do I wish to cultivate or explore? Understanding your why, the underlying motivation behind your practice, that's what fuels your commitment and directs the focus of your efforts. This intentionality transforms a mere action into a purposeful step on your path of self-discovery. 2. Embrace the power of consistency and commitment. What yields the most profound results is the regular engagement with your chosen practice. Potential barriers to consistency include busy schedules and the unexpected demands, but you can proactively strategize ways to overcome them. Consider starting small and building from there. Progress in personal growth is often gradual and cumulative, like a steady accumulation of small deposits that can lead over time to significant wealth. 3. Recognize that the journey of self-discovery is deeply personal, and your practices should be as well. Adaptability and personalization are key. It's important to tailor practices to your individual needs, preferences, and ever-evolving circumstances of your life. Experiment with different approaches and continuously modify practices that best suit you. The most effective practices are those that resonate and align with your inner landscape. 4. Cultivate patience and self-compassion. Personal growth through practice is a marathon, not a sprint. There will be days when your focus wavers or you miss a session. And during those times, tap into kindness and understanding rather than judgment. Each moment of engagement, even an imperfect one, contributes to your overall growth. And 5, strive for integration into daily life. Rather than viewing your practices as separate tasks to be squeezed into an already busy schedule, look for ways to weave them into the fabric of your everyday existence. Find small moments throughout the day. By seamlessly integrating these practices, they become a natural and sustainable part of your life, enriching rather than burdening your day. Now that you have the background and the basic principles of practice, you may be wondering which ones I suggest. The practices I recommend have been specifically designed to help you discover and connect with your deepest self. This allows you to access your innate wisdom, or what I like to call my still point, a place of calm and knowing. This still point becomes a reliable source of guidance when faced with the complex choices that often arise in midlife, offering a compass rooted in deep understanding. The 4 practices are contemplation, journaling, positive action, and holding a question. We'll review each practice in detail in upcoming installments of this series. And until then, here are some closing thoughts to help you create your own practices. 1. You have options. Try one of the 4 I recommend and begin to work with them. Make them your own by listening to your own inner guidance and amend as you see fit. 2. Commit. Determine when and where you'll practice. I suggest designating a place where you feel comfortable and creating a schedule that's sustainable. The magic is in the repetition and the honoring that comes from building the habit. And 3, stay open and kind. Invite bewilderment, acceptance, and not knowing. Allow yourself to sit with questions without immediately seeking answers. Give yourself the grace to try new things without judgment. This openness and support can lead to deeper insights and unexpected discoveries through your practices. I'll leave you with this. The shift from the pursuit of routine to the profound engagement of practice holds immense transformative potential, especially during the pivotal years of midlife. This is an invitation to move beyond simply reacting to life and instead to actively shape your experience from a place of intention and self-awareness. Embrace these guiding principles, remain open to the unfolding journey, and discover your remarkable inner strength and wisdom as you consciously create your future through the power of practice. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, be well.